What's up, the Chief here. Today we're going over handcuff placement on your duty belt. And I'm going to go over a couple reasons why I transitioned to this style and placement on my duty belt. And a couple incidents that actually, really changed my mind on why I placed my handcuff this way. So, really quick, after taking years of handcuff courses, years of use of force courses, ground tactical courses, this really changed my mind, really opened me up to transitioning to this way of carrying my handcuffs. And also too is when you come fresh out of the academy, typically you would have your handcuffs in the front, which is great. You start off, it's a default setting. You carry in the front, then you switch over to, hey, it's cool, and now I have double handcuff pouch in the front. You go in the front. Now you get on the field. Now you're on the field. You start wrestling with someone. This is the very first time that really changed my mind. That, hey, you know what? I need to change the placement of my handcuffs. So I'm wrestling with somebody. I'm on the ground with him, and I'm wearing my vest. My vest fits perfectly. It's been wearing it for years that way, but I'm wrestling with someone. Boom, I go to try to deploy my handcuffs. I cannot get them out. I'm laying on someone. 9 out of 10 times when you're going hands-on with someone, non-compliant, and you're on the ground with him, you're trying to get them handcuffs out of the front, it's going to be very, very hard to gain control of them handcuffs. Just because you're laying on them, you're not in the classroom setting. Every time they teach you in class, you're always in a nice classroom, controlled environment. Hey, turn around, put your arms out. It doesn't happen like that on the street. You guys know that. If you're watching this video, you guys know that it does not happen. So, the way I like to carry my handcuffs, just based off that first incident, I transitioned from the back, then I went to the center right here. Because I felt that, hey, you know what? When I'm on top of somebody, I could reach back and I could grab it with both hands. Great. But then I had an instance where I had to cuff 2 people up. And I'm only carrying 1 set of handcuffs. Now I found that when I had the double one in the back, the first one, single one, was uncomfortable sitting down. You guys know that. So I transitioned to a double. That didn't last maybe 2 weeks. So I decided, you know what? There has to be a better way. So then I transitioned to both sides like this. I wore them like that for probably about 20 years. My first 5 years, gung-ho. I've always been into training, took training courses, got into a lot of incidents, got into a lot of fights on the job, just trying to take people into custody. That seemed the best possible way. And I'm going to tell you guys why. So, you got someone, he's non-compliant, you're on the ground, boom, boom, you're trying to gain compliance with them, and then a citizen shows up. Citizens are going to help you out. They are good people out there. They're going to help you out. You do not want them reaching all the way around to grab your handcuffs. You have them right here on the back. Firemen would help out a lot. So you're on the ground, boom, you got your handcuffs in the back. Hey, help me cuff them up, grab the cuffs out, boom, handcuff them up. Then people would say, well, Chief, your handcuffs are exposed when they're in the back when you're wrestling with someone. Your whole freaking body is exposed. Everything on you is exposed. Your gun's exposed. Your handcuffs is the least of your worries. You should always be aware of your surroundings. So throw that right out. Throw that right out the window. That doesn't even matter. So that is a great technique. Especially it's just in general. Just having them. Comfort-wise. You're sitting in the vehicle. You're comfortable. You gain access from both sides. One of the other things that I found was placing handcuffs on someone. I always see the officers, they would pull their handcuffs out, and then they would say, hey, you're under arrest. You got your handcuffs in your hands. You don't know if he's going to be compliant or not. Placing handcuffs on somebody, it's like somebody getting a shot. They don't mind getting a shot, but they don't want to see it. And it's like a mental thing with people. I've had people, hey, you know what, you're going to jail? Boom, they wouldn't say nothing. They'd go, okay, cool. Pull them handcuffs out. Boom, they would bolt. You guys, I know you guys all experience this, or they would start not being non-compliant, and then now you're stuck with your handcuffs in your hand. Now you're wrestling. What happens with them handcuffs? They fall on the ground, a potential for him to use it as a weapon. So what I always taught people, and what I always did was when I gained compliance, when I knew fully I was ready to put them handcuffs on, then I'd deploy the handcuffs, place them on them. Never, ever pull your handcuffs out prior to gaining full compliance of that subject. Because I guarantee, just by pulling them handcuffs out, it sparks people up. So, I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope you guys found the benefits of placing your handcuffs in the back. Just try it out for a while. Put it on the back, try it out, train with it a little bit. Just train the difference between, and you always want to train for your work environment. You're going to be wrestling with somebody. You should have your vest. You should have full gear on all times when you're training. You go to the range, just to shoot. Put your freaking vest on. There ain't going to be no instance where you're on the street working, you're not going to have your vest on. Put your duty belt on. You go to your ground tactics course, put your belt, put your duty belt on. Go hands on with somebody. Now say, hey, deploy your handcuffs when you're laying on someone. Try to get that handcuff out the front. It's nearly impossible. You're probably going to give up something to get them handcuffs out. This way, both back ways, you're not giving up much at all, if anything. So don't forget, always train with your gear on. You're never going to be out there without your gear. So train without any chance you have. So I hope you guys got something out of this. God bless, stay safe, and don't forget to subscribe and like this channel.